This question, first day of spring practice, how'd it go?
It went well. It was great to get back out there competing with my brothers, competing and everything. So it was definitely a good day. We got a lot accomplished, a lot of install, and a lot of things looked well. So it's definitely picked up on where we left off last year.
Has there been any transition, any changes between Coach DeBoer and Coach Pacheco you got to get used to?
I mean, they have different styles. Obviously, every coach has their own styles, but overall, Coach DeBoer, I mean, our offense stays the same lingo and everything, and our goal is to move fast and just pump it down defense's throat through the air and on the ground. So we definitely have the same mindset as we had the past years. We're just trying to pick up the tempo.
What was the energy level like for you guys out there today?
It was very good. I know a lot of the guys were ready to get back out there. I mean, it gets monotonous just coming here and lifting and lifting and lifting. So it's good to get back on the field and playing the game we love and competing. So it was a good day.
What do you concentrate on these first few days? Nobody's in pads and things like that. So what's important for you guys to accomplish?
Execution. I mean, we've installed things all throughout winter. So our goal now is the first couple of practices, execute what we know already, so then we can build on that in the practices throughout the spring. So we executed well today, so we just got to build on that for the next practice.
Coach DeBoer said he's already worked with you on a couple of mechanical things as far as your footwork and that kind of thing. What's gotten better? What were some of the things he told you, and what have you done to kind of fix it?
We just worked on little things, in the pocket, just not getting too wide of a base, staying narrow, staying compact, as he likes to say. I mean, that helps with throwing the ball and just staying compact in the pocket and quicker movements in the pocket. So that's something he came in and talked to me from day one. That's something I corrected day one. So as we go, obviously more things will come up, but I mean, Coach DeBoer, me and him have a great relationship, and it's definitely growing.
How much better do you feel just with those corrections? Can you tell a difference in the way you're throwing the ball just based on those things?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's definitely helped me a lot, staying compact in the pocket and just keeping my feet under me and my feet and always in a good position, ready to throw. So Coach DeBoer helped me with that. And so, I did well. I had been doing it well, but now it's more consistent, so it's definitely going to help me moving forward.
Josh, we heard you were in the room during the interview process with Coach DeBoer, and he gave you a few things to work on and then came back and checked with you. What was that like? What were you thinking when Coach DeBoer being interviewed for this job and then you're there to talk to him and interact?
It was great. It was great to, interview. I mean, it was great to sit down and speak with your future coach potentially, and it was great to get in his mind and understand how he looks at football, how he looks at different things, different concepts, different schemes. So it was great. I mean, we still talk about that first interaction today. So I mean, it definitely gave us a great introduction to each other and just being able to talk some football and get to know each other a little bit.
Were your first impressions, were they true now that you've seen him coach you more?
Oh yeah, I mean, coming in, he was a very upbeat guy. Obviously knew a lot about football. I mean, his history tells that, and that stands true today. He knows a lot, and he's helping us out a lot, and he's definitely bringing a new element to this offense that we're definitely going to like this year.
How is this spring different from maybe the past couple of springs? Not as much of the quarterback competition, with you, the guy.
I mean, I've only been here for one spring, so it's definitely good going through a spring to know what's getting thrown at you and know what's going on, and then obviously being the guy rather than being a quarterback of the team, that helps a lot. So I mean, that just helps with just your command presence. I mean, obviously a quarterback always has command presence, but when you're known as a starter, you have more command presence with the whole team. So it's definitely good from that stint, and it's definitely good being here spring, knowing what's going to go on, knowing how a spring unfolds here, and knowing what the coaches are looking for.
How much more responsibility do you feel, though, in terms of being a leader and stuff? But saying kind of what's a CEO quarterback, how much responsibility is there for you to kind of be that leader?
I mean, there's always the responsibility to be a leader, and I've always taken that responsibility upon myself. I've been a leader since the day I got here, and that will continue throughout my stint here. But my goal is to push this team and lead this team through the spring and into the fall. And this spring, we definitely can take a lot of steps forward as an offense and as a team as a whole. So my goal is to push this team as hard as I can through the 15 practices we have.
Coach said he's looking for somebody to own the team. He's looking for you to own the team. What does that look like to you?
I mean, I feel like I've demonstrated that, but it's just a guy who has command presence with all his teammates, a guy who knows all his teammates on a first-name basis and has a relationship. And once you have a relationship with your teammates, you're able to build upon that on the field, whether you're coaching them, whether you're critiquing them. I mean, it goes a long way once you establish a relationship with that. So, I mean, owning the team just means the team knows you're the guy, knows you're a starting quarterback, and they know what to look for from you, and you demand that out of them.
How do you demonstrate that, though? I mean, just how do you?
I mean,
go
you
about
just you hold your teammates accountable. I mean, everything I do and I preach, I have to obviously do it on and off the field, and I hold them accountable to that as well. So I'm just holding them accountable and pushing them to be the best players that they can be, and just staying on them consistently to get the best out of them.
How eager were you to get out there today and kind of, I guess, kind of show how you've improved as a leader in this setting as opposed to in the off season when maybe it's.
I mean, I was just eager to get back on the field, just get back out there, playing the game I love. I know everyone was. Get back out there competing as the defense. I mean, you know, the tensions build up in the off seasons with the rivalry, so it's great to get back out there competing and showing where we've taken steps forward this off season.
What are you more comfortable doing, I guess, as a leader than maybe you were a year ago? And in what ways might you, be more comfortable holding somebody accountable that last year you might not have, wanted to step on somebody's toes?
I mean, just when you're starting quarterback, obviously people hold you to a higher standard, and just being able to demand more out of them. Just staying on them when they have a bad rep, just getting on them to have a better rep the next time. Continue to grow and not stay stagnant in their skill set and in their knowledge of the offense, but continue moving forward, continue to take steps forward with both their knowledge and their talents on the field.
Josh, what are your first impressions about Quentin and Juwan?
They had very good days. I mean, I remember when I was a freshman, I know exactly what it's like to get thrown in the fire for your first practice. So they did a very good job of showing that they understand the concepts that we put in this winter. So it'd be definitely great to see them grow throughout this offseason, and they definitely have a high ceiling. So it was definitely good to see them out there today competing and ripping it.
Thanks, Josh.
No problem.